Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to a new game of StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm. Today we're gonna take a look at a game that I am honestly very excited for. I did not catch these games live, I have not watched these replays, I have not done anything with these games yet, but they are probably my favorite Zergs right now at this very point in StarCraft II. So first of all, the red Zerg spawning as the red Zerg in the top right corner of Frost LE. It is going to be none other than Startil's Life. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite Zerg player currently. This guy is so aggressive, his Zerglings look like they are starting with +1/+1. His control is pretty much immaculate, but his opponent is no slouch himself. His opponent is going to be none other than Evil Genius's Jaedong, spawning as the blue Zerg in the top left corner of the map as well. Now, Jaedong, for anyone wondering, is the Zerg player in Brood War. If people think about Zerg in Brood War, they will think about Jaedong. Now, Jaedong is also extremely good already in StarCraft II as well. They all started out a little bit later. Life was already playing StarCraft II for quite a while when Jaedong came around the block, but Jaedong has caught up very well. Last year he was very well known for getting second place in a lot of tournaments, but he already had his win recently, and this guy is on fire right now. So this is going to be an extremely high level Zerg versus Zerg. Probably the two best Zerg players in the world, if not, you know, like both top 5. I know it's always a little bit of a tricky thing to say, like, oh, this guy is the best player in the world right now, because things change constantly, but these players just agree with me. These players are absolutely amazing in the game. So it looks like both players have decided to open up with a hatchery first on the low ground, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see any big differences anytime soon. Looks like Life decided to go for the spawning pool, likely gonna get the gas geyser after it, whereas we see Jaedong at the same time take the gas geyser and probably gonna get the spawning pool after it. So yeah, pretty even right now. I actually wonder, he might be opening up gasless Life, that is. He has been favoring that a little bit lately, and considering this map is really good for gasless opener, we might be something like that. We might see something like that, but this is actually pretty interesting already. I wonder what Jaedong is going to do. He's getting the early gas geyser up right now, and there's always a question, what is the Zerg player gonna do with it? Obviously, what this will allow him to do is start the metabolic boost upgrade, which is Zergling speed, so much earlier than his opponent will. Yeah, we still do not see a gas geyser right now from Life, so it looks like all the map control in the early part of the game will go to Jaedong. However, what is the trade-off for this gas geyser? Well, it will straight up be the amount of drones that are mining minerals. As you can see, it is currently 700 minerals a minute for Life, whereas for Jaedong it is about 640, between like 640 and 620. So it is definitely a little bit of an income loss, and it looks like he's gonna pull off 2 drones right when he hits 100 and starts the metabolic boost upgrade. He's gonna start 2 queens, and it looks like Jaedong might decide to go for a little bit of aggression in a little bit, but we still do not see a gas geyser from Life. Life on the other side of the map, meanwhile, is gonna get a spine crawl at the front. He is gonna start the queens that he wants, and he started a couple of Zerglings as well to start moving across the map with. Now, I don't expect these Zerglings to do much of anything. They are likely just there to do a little bit of scouting for Life, as Life is practically blind up until this very point. But right now, he will know, okay, my opponent has queens out, I see a couple of Zerglings, and maybe if he's lucky, he will be able to squeeze into the main base right now. Looks like Jaedong actually manages to defend that perfectly, but it does not really matter all that much. Knowing that his opponent did not allow him in the main base, and knowing that there might be a lot of aggression coming soon, Life is likely gonna blind prepare for this anyway, but other than that, you know, he is Life after all. We might just see him play completely normal. There we go, 5 minutes and 30 seconds is when we see double gas geyser being started, 1 in the main base, 1 in the natural, and metabolic boost, as you can see right there with that sexy little overlay, is just about to finish. Looks like the first overload is gonna get picked up from Jaedong, whereas a couple of Zerglings are squeezing into the natural right now for Jaedong. Jaedong is gonna try and scout around, and he will practically see everything right now. Knowing that his opponent went for a gasless build, looks like he has decided what he wants to go for, and he decided to go for a whole lot of Zerglings. These Zerglings are gonna have to do some damage, because if this third base gets up and running from Life, there will be a significant issue. However, we see the Roach Warren being started right now, and he will have something to defend against this. However, these are a ton of Zerglings. Will he morph Banelings? Do we even see a Bailing Nest right now? No, we don't see a Bailing Nest. So these are Zerglings, are pretty much everything he has, but the wall does not get up in time right there. The drone desperately trying to get it up. However, the spine crawler is uprooted, and it looks like a lot of losses are being endured right now by Life. How many drones will end up going down? A queen being target fired right there as well. Transfuse going down. However, the transfuse is not gonna last forever. Already 3 workers went down, and I say already, but honestly that is really not that many considering the amount of Zerglings that Jaedong made in order to try and deal with this. Now another queen might go down, but queens are, you know, queens are replaceable. The third base is still going up right now, whereas Jaedong's third base is already finished. But this Zergling aggression is extremely well dealt with by Life. However, there are more Zerglings right now at the third base. Will the third base go up or not? Looks like the Zerglings still do not have Zergling speed from Life, and yeah, they will get cleaned up quite easily. More and more links coming in, and it looks like Life is indeed gonna give up this third base because he realizes I cannot hold this. However, we see a wall of going down, we see the road warren being finished up, and we also see +1 attack in production right now. But at the same point in time, we see the third base going up as well for Jaedong. So Jaedong, even though he is a little bit behind the attack, as you can see, his lair is not quite done. Whereas we already see the Life's done. He has a third base up, which means he probably has a big income. Let's have a look at the income tab. There is a slight little advantage right now for Jaedong. It is not significant, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see drones in production, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. More gas going down, evolution chambers for Jaedong at the same time as well, and these Zerglings are still running across the map, denying this third base from going up. So far, extremely well played by Jaedong, having a pretty significant advantage right now in the game, but it is Zerg versus Zerg. One bailing detonation or one wrong engagement from Jaedong can easily tip this into Life's favor. So I wonder what we're gonna see right now. I think that Life is gonna go for a push out relatively soon. He has roach speed finishing up in a little bit. He has +1 attack almost finished up as well, but his army is really not that big. So I wonder what we're gonna see. However, more and more drones in production right now from Jaedong, and he is gonna get a significant advantage right now. We see 60 workers already being, or almost 60 workers, 59 workers right there. It's a pretty significant advantage for Jaedong, and this is gonna kick into gear very shortly. However, we see more and more drones being done as well for Life. He is gonna saturate this third pretty quickly. Do we see a second Evo chamber going down as well? Yes, we do see the second Evo going down. Global Reconstitution about to finish up. But considering the amount of drones he just made, I don't think Life is gonna move out right now. Looks like Life is just gonna eat the losses that he suffered in the early part of the game and just sort of sit back with his roaches. If you take a look at the income tab, we are pretty much even right now, right? Even though this third base has been up for a little while, Life managed to get back just barely into this game. We see a lot of gas guys are being started as well as a macro hatchery, so Jaedong is definitely gonna stay on the roach stack for a little while longer. Probably gonna start +2 attack as soon as he can, and likely gonna move out as soon as he possibly wants to. Looks like Life is feeling a little bit gutsy, and he's gonna move with his roaches across the map. Keep in mind, both roaches right now do have Global Reconstitution, which is roach speed, which means that players really need to be pretty careful. If one wrong engagement is taken, they will lose a significant amount of roaches. However, if you're gonna move out like that, like Life just did, he is really not in that big of a risk. He's just moving across the map, taking a little bit of map control, and both players are pretty much even right now with a slight roach advantage for Jaedong. If you take a look at the unit tab, yeah, there are actually 30 roaches right now for Jaedong, and I say slight, but that is pretty big. Ooh, will there actually be a wrong engagement right now for Life? I wonder. Looks like these Zerglings that were earlier made are gonna try and catch up, and they're gonna actually take these Zerglings or take the roaches right now from the back, which means that a couple of these roaches went down right now, and that means that the supply advantage is gonna go even more into Jaedong's, getting a couple of free kills. Now it looks like all of these roaches are actually out of position. Is he gonna walk them around? I think that is what the plan is right now, but that means there are barely any reinforcements for Life at home. So what are we gonna see? It looks like the roaches are gearing up for an attack right now. +2 attack and Burrow are about to finish up for Life. He got that one going right now for him, but ooh, these are a ton more roaches right now for Jaedong. He needs to be very careful. Misclick from Life actually. Target firing down his own creep tumor, and this looks to go into Jaedong's favor. That Zergling run by in the early part of the game, even though it did not do a lot of damage, killing off the third base a little bit later did significantly hinder Life. Oh, that +2 upgrade actually barely not finishing up right there either. 2 seconds from finishing, and Life is forced to GG out of this game. So thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, and we'll see you in the next StarCraft II video. Bye! Hello everyone, my name is Lowko, and welcome to a new replay analysis. Today we're gonna take a look at the